Hey everyone, welcome back to the Dungeon Dive. Daniel here. Alright, this is episode 2 of the Let's Play Warhammer Quest with Harlan Peters, the Barbarian, and Saul Matheson. Or was it Matheson or Mathers? I forgot. Matheson. Okay, Saul Matheson, the Witch Hunter. Alright, so yeah, once again, never use my videos as a learn to play. There will probably be a ton of mistakes and house rules, that kind of thing, because a game like Warhammer Quest over the years develops a lot of house rules. And some of which you'll be seeing tonight probably. Another thing is you're going to be seeing a lot of proxies for minis. So if you're a GW purist and you don't like seeing certain models being used that aren't GW minis or that don't represent what they actually are, well, you're going to have a rough time because I'm going to be using proxies like crazy, especially when we get later into the monster tables. But anyways, I do have this cheat sheet here. Has all the rules front and back. I will be referring to that for a while because it has been quite some time since I've played Warhammer Quest, and I want to make sure I get things at least somewhat close to correct. So we are traveling to the Fire Chasm, and yes, I realize that I said chasm wrong last time. I said chasm. Thank you for pointing that out. I believe that is just one of those words that I've never heard anybody actually speak. It's definitely not an everyday word. I read it a lot in fantasy fiction, and so it's just one of those words that I just read and don't hear. So anyways, you'll probably be hearing lots of mispronounced words as well. So for today's adventure, we will be using yellow dice to represent the monsters roles. We will be using white for Harlan Peters, the Barbarian, and gray for the Witch Hunter. So let's see, we are going into the Fire Chasm, and we are needing to place a jewel into the idol's head, the dragon idol's head, to prevent the curse. And we were given this quest, our first adventure, the Fire Chasm, number 5, by a dwarf. Now, I want to kind of keep a journal here of this stuff, so I'm going to say that the dwarf's name was Bartok. Bartok Hammersmith. And the only reason I want to keep track of stuff like this is as we develop this story, maybe we will bring back Bartok the dwarf for another adventure or something. Maybe he'll join us on something. I'm not sure, but we need to break curse by delivering the Dragon Eye Jewel. So just a little bit of text there, just so we remember what our adventure is and how it ends, and we'll develop kind of a journal to this ongoing epic campaign, possibly epic. As someone said, they wish me luck in having this be a long ongoing series because there is a very real possibility that we die in this first adventure. So I'm going to be using a dice here to represent the Witch Hunter's faith. And if you remember from the last time we started with 5 faith. And the Witch Hunter starts with his healing potion. The Barbarian has a rope and a lantern. And the Witch Hunter also has his amulets. So, all right, let's get cracking here. Let's see here. Where is the entrance to this dungeon? The entrance is a boring old passageway. All right, we will just draw a passageway here. There is the entrance, and it has, let's see, choose one of the 3 doorway positions. I'm going to choose 2 because I kind of have to get creative a little bit with how the dungeon is laid out so everything can fit on this somewhat small table. So I'm going to branch that off I think going, we'll go straight and we'll go north here. Okay, so we'll place 2 doors like so. And then we will divide the dungeon deck evenly, dealing from the bottom to the 2 exits. All right, there we go. And so now we have our choice of which way we like to go. And the first thing we do is we go to the power phase. Now, we're not really rolling for power because we don't have a wizard, but we are rolling to see if we have any unexpected event, and that's going to come up on a roll of a 1. And that's a roll of a 6, so no event. So we're on to the warriors phase, phase 2. And now we can move and attack. There's nothing to attack, so we're just going to move in position, get ourselves into position to explore deeper into the dungeon. And only the barbarian can explore because he has the lantern. So we're going to move him up. He has a movement of 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll move him up there like so. And the witch hunter also has a movement of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We will move him right behind the barbarian there. He's like, you got it, buddy. I'm right behind you. So now it's the monsters phase. There's no monsters on the board. We don't have to worry about that. And now we're in the exploration phase. So the barbarian can hold his lantern up to the doorway and see what lies beneath or beyond. So let's see what we have here. Ooh, a stairway. You almost stumble and fall down a set of slimy stone steps that descend into the darkness. The stairway will be empty unless the adventure book states otherwise or an unexpected event is rolled. Typical corridor. So we will find the stairway. We will have the stairway going down. And you're under no obligation to move into an explored area. So we will put this like so there. And we'll put the rest of these dungeon cards there. So remember, we don't know which way the objective room is. It could be heading to the north. It could be heading to the east here. We entered from the west. So we're back to the power phase. That was the exploration phase. So power phase here, let's see here. A 2, no unexpected event. Now we're to the warrior phase. I think we're going to go ahead. He's going to shine his lantern through this door. So we're just both going to move there. No monsters, nothing to attack, nothing to move. Exploration. We are going to light up this corridor here through this entryway, and let's see what we find. The shaman's den. The warriors can feel the magical power in the room, but the poor light of the lantern is not enough to show what might lurk within crumbling sandstone steps lead up into the darkness. So this is a dungeon room. So dungeon rooms always have an event, and the event is triggered the first time a warrior moves into the room and ends his movement, thus ending his turn. So we will leave that there to remind us that we need to have an event there. Or what I like to do is you can also just draw an event and keep it on the card there. And then it has 1 exit. So let's put that exit like so. And we will put the rest of our dungeon cards going that way. So I think, so that was the exploration phase. We're back to the power phase. Let's see if we have an unexpected event where we are. No, we don't. Okay, pretty safe dungeon so far. Fingers crossed, knock on whatever this is. So let's go ahead and let's move into this room. So we have a movement of 4. So doorways don't count as spaces to move. So these 2 spaces are adjacent. They're just to hold the board together and to look cool. So we were going to move him 1, 2, 3, 4. And we will move the Witch Hunter in, and we will keep him in this corner here. And now let's see what we find. So nothing to attack, nothing else to do on the warrior's turn. We're in the monster phase, where is which, that's the phase that we reveal events. Hidden rooms. Okay, so this is an expansion card from a DIY expansion. A guy, I can't remember his name, but his campaign was called Beyond the Gray Mountains. And it was really cool, but unfortunately he never really finished all the materials, and his group's playthrough on YouTube was super cool. But again, they never finished it. And so I've just been using some of the event cards and some of the other optional rules that he has come up with. Okay, the warriors notice scratches covering the walls of the room. Although they first appeared to be the claw marks of a crazed beast, they begin to resemble the etchings of a map and reveal a hidden door. First, remove the bottom card from the deck of unexplored dungeon rooms from the largest pile if it has been split. So let's see, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have a tie. So we'll go even, we go to the north. All right, so odd, we're going to remove the bottom card from this tile, from this stack, okay? Next, take a random card from any unused dungeon cards and add it to the top of the hidden rooms deck. Okay, so we're going to take our regular dungeon cards, so no objective rooms and no special quest rooms. And we will give that a quick shuffle, and we're going to take one of those and put that on top. Okay, warriors may search each board section for the secret door by passing a searching rooms test as described in the roleplay book, page 166. Each board section may only be searched once until all possible rooms have been searched, and then you may repeat. You can place this event card face up on the newly created hidden rooms pile to remind you. On discovering the secret door, place the secret entrance board piece nearest to the warrior who passed the test. These steps lead to the hidden rooms. So somewhere in this dungeon are these hidden rooms. Now, this card here on the bottom, that might be the objective room. I am not sure. So we might end up exploring everything and then having to find a secret room to find our actual objective room. So I need to look up the rule for finding secret rooms, and it said that was on page 166. Let's see here. Searching rooms. I can't, that's definitely not on page 160. So we're going to have to just, let's see, searching rooms. The warriors decide to search a room and uncover any secret doors, concealed crannies, vital clues, etc. This requires a successful intellectual initiative test, modified by Hellwell Hidden. So there's no modification. And so we do an initiative test. So the barbarian's initiative is 1 or 3. The Witch Hunter's initiative is 3. I believe they both have unmodified rolls for that. Let's see here, 166. Searching rooms, yes. So the dwarf has a +1. The barbarian and the Witch Hunter are both at +0. And I believe that a standard success is listed as 7, I believe. So we need to roll a modified 7 to find this corridor secret room if we need to. So we're going to leave that over here to the side. Hopefully we don't forget. All right, but oh man, okay, I forgot what phase we were in. Let's see. That was the we revealed that in the monsters phase. So there's no monsters. We're on now to the exploration phase. I'm not next to a door to explore, so we're going to go back up to the power phase. And 4, no unexpected event. I was playing a test game earlier today, and I had like so many unexpected events in a row. It took me like 30 minutes to get off the first tile. It was kind of obnoxious. This is going in the exact opposite direction. Anyway, so let's, we'll just move there, and then he'll move 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's the warrior phase. No monsters. We're in the exploration phase. We're going to shine our lantern through this archway to discover the bottomless pit. Let's see here. Where'd the bottomless pit go? There we go, bottomless pit. This is a expansion tile created by Little Monk for his Hall of the Hag Queen expansion. Hovering over a bottomless pit, it's a series of wooden planks tied perilously together. See the Hall of the Hag Queen rulebook for details about the bottomless pit. So the entry is on the short side here. So grab a doorway for the other side. And we're coming in like this. Gonna place our dungeon cards at the end there. All right, bottomless pit. So the bottomless pit, there are 3 spaces here that each represented by 2 planks. This middle space here, when you cross it, you roll a dice, and if you roll a 1, the bridge collapses and you fall in. I don't believe there is any way to save it. It's like just an instant death. Let's see where the rules are here. Bottomless pit. There are 3 squares. You must immediately roll a d6, deducting 1 for every other model that is also on the bridge at the same time. If the result is a 1, it means that the entire bridge has given way. All models on the bridge plummet into darkness below. So we're going to see if that is an instant death. If it is, so be it. Maybe we'll start over. If it's not, what I think I'm going to do is slowly we're going to introduce more of the role-playing rules, to where as things like this happen, I will allow the characters a chance to make one of the additional rolls to maybe react to it in order to save them, so maybe the adventure can go on a little longer. But as it stands now, we need to move into here. So that was the exploration phase. We are back to the power phase. All right, let's see there. There is a 5, no unexpected event. This dungeon is as desolate as can be. So, warrior phase, movement. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. So he can get there, but he crossed the middle, so I need to roll to see if the bridge collapses. Okay, the bridge was safe. He's going to move 1, 2. I'm not going to go to the middle yet. All right, so that's all the warriors are going to do. Monster phase, there's nothing to do. Exploration phase, nothing to do. And power phase, 4. Okay, I definitely did not want to get ambushed there. That would have been very bad. So, movement phase, we will move him there. 1, we'll stop him there. We'll just roll our dice. Come on, don't collapse. Oh! Boom. Well, there goes the witch hunter. All right. Well, let's do a role-playing thing. So let's say that the bridge is collapsing, and at the last minute, the witch hunter has a opportunity to jump to the other side. So let's see here. Let's go to 166 and let's look at the, so we're going to do a jump here. So used to jump vertically, modify by, let's see, does that make the most sense? Barge, climb wall, crawl, disarm, duck, hide, identify, improvise, weapon, jump, leap. He's going to leap. Used to leap horizontally. Jumping is jumping up. And so he's going to do a leap, and that is a initiative test. And the Witch Hunter does all of his tests at a straight up roll. So he's going to add his initiative, which is 3. So I need to get I have to get a 7. 7 is the test number, so I have to get a 4 or higher to see if he is able to jump while this bridge is breaking. 3, no. Double dead. Well, that's that. That is the end of the Witch Hunter's adventure. So now let's see if we should even continue or not. So much for his adventure. So the bridge is broken, so we cannot come back in this direction. So unless I can search for a secret here, which maybe that's what I'll do. Well, that was the warrior phase. Exploration phase, nothing to do with monsters. Let's have the barbarian shine his lantern through this door, and he finds the Hall of Death. All right, so there's the Hall of Death. Now there are only 2 cards left, so I'm going to put 1 to the north and 1 to the east there. Yeah, poor Saul. I think we're gonna have to roll up another Witch Hunter and and then have him join the barbarian next time. All right, Hall of Death. The bone-filled room reeks of terror, decay, and death. When the warriors find the room, split the dungeon deck between the 3 exits just as a T-junction. Take 3 event cards without looking at them, and place 1 by each exit. When exploring these exits, as well as turning over the next dungeon card, resolve the event card for that doorway too. So we're just going to do 2 because that's all we have. 1 and 2. And then we also are going to have an event card in this dungeon room. So that was the exploration phase. Back to the power phase. Okay, no unexpected event. So I'm going to search for that hidden room in here. So I will use I'll just use one of the white dice to show that I have searched this room. And what did I say? We need a 7, and it is an initiative test, so 3. So I need a 4 up to find that hidden path. And that's cocked. A 5. All right. So devastated at his friend's death, or I don't even know if they were friends yet. That's presumptuous, right? We find the hidden path, and that is leading in this direction here. So that was on the warrior phase. That was something he could do, a special turn there. So let's see here. I can't move into this yet because it's not explored. I can move here. I'm going to go ahead and hold off. Monster phase, nothing to do. Exploration phase. He will explore in this direction here. And what does he find? A dungeon room. The guard post will always trigger an event card. After this event, pick up an additional treasure card. All right, so a guard post. And this was also a little expansion. Is that this one? Yeah, a little expansion tile here. We're going to go in this direction. It's a little homemade. And we only have one way to go there. I'm all out of painted doors. All right. So this will always trigger an event card, and we'll pick up an additional treasure card after we solve it. So that was exploration phase. We are now back to the power phase. and a 6. No, I've never had this few events in a dungeon in Warhammer Quest. This is incredible. All right, so what's next? The warrior phase. Let's see here. All right, so I think I'm going to go into here. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. He ends his turn. If you end your turn in a newly explored room, your turn you end your movement in a newly explored room, your turn immediately ends. It becomes the monster phase, and that's when you reveal your events. So let's see what is in store for the barbarian in here. All right, 6 orcs. So scaling. Warhammer Quest is balanced, quote unquote, balanced at for 4 warriors. If you add warriors, for each additional warrior after 4, you add 25% of the enemies. The way I play for playing fewer than 4 warriors is for each warrior less than 4, you subtract 25%. So in this case, since we started with 2, we're playing at 50% of the monsters. So the barbarian ran into this guard room, and guarding the treasure here were 3 orcs with swords. And I have one of the regular orcs painted up. So this is one of the ones that came with the original game. So you place them all around the warriors as evenly as possible, but since there's only one warrior, the barbarian is going to take it all. And they came out in the monster phase. Their whole turn is leaping out to attack them. They don't have an ambush, so they don't get to move now. They have to wait. And so there's not going to be an exploration phase. What we're going to do now is we are going to go back up to the power phase, roll a 1. Haha, yes, trick the dice. All right, so now it is going to be the barbarian's turn to attack. And I think that's what we're going to call it for now. So I have no idea if the barbarian is going to be able to find the objective room, or there's no way. One warrior cannot be in an objective room even at this scaling. So I think what we're going to do is we'll fight these orcs. We will find out if the objective room is here or not. Depending on what's there, we will probably just try to find an exit. And because the way out is now blocked off by this collapsed bridge, we cannot get to the original exit. So there are some rules on finding an exit if the warriors need to escape a dungeon and you can't find the original. So that's probably what we're going to do, is maybe he can escape with a little bit of treasure, and maybe he can go back to town and hire Saul Matheson's younger brother or son to take up the quest of the barbarian and the now dead witch hunter. So, all right, guys, I hope you enjoyed watching the witch hunter die in this very uneventful dungeon. And hopefully next time we will see the barbarian kill these 3 orcs. All right, take it easy, and we'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.